Hello! Welcome to my channel. This is the very first video that I record. This is the very first time that I am going to put myself there and my thoughts and my beliefs out there in the world. So, hi, I am Yvonne, and in this channel I am going to talk about personal beliefs, personal growth, motivation tactics that we can have. There are a lot of amazing activities and tools that we have already, that we already know, and that they have helped me a lot to get to know myself better. And with that, I can have a more clear path to where I want to go, and actually like point my compass towards there. And yeah, of course, it's okay to change routes, and if it's okay to get interrupted by something else that happens, because yeah, I am pretty much a planner and someone that wants everything perfect and everything planned. That's also why this video is taking me, like, it's costing me something, because uh, I am recording this video without any script, without anything, and the idea of this is just to get out there in the world, put your very first video, good or bad or whatever it is. Of course, I'm trying to make it good, but it's just put it there. And that kind of things and that kind of activities and new things to learn actually excites me a lot. And I want to invite you to this channel to see if you are also as curious as I am of how it's going to develop. I invite you to subscribe and to see where does this channel take us. And I mean us because I do think that in all these kind of things and projects, the person is also changing. So I think this is also a video that is going to be there for me to remind me how did I start, and hopefully how much I have grown after, I hope, a lot of videos that I upload. So yes, in this channel I do want to make it. It's a channel that I wish I could have when I needed some techniques or tactics on how to overcome certain problems, or when you're facing a lot of decisions that you need to make and they all seem important and they all seem urgent. Yeah, how to decide, like, don't, and there are tactics, there are techniques, and I do believe that the best way to do that is to get to know ourselves. Like, I cannot stress that enough, because it gives us a lot of information. But what we often hear that, right? Like yeah, the best thing that you can do is to know yourself. Yeah, but how exactly, how do we do that? Sometimes I have also found that we think that we know ourselves. We think that when we have a problem or we face something that we don't like, we start changing our behavior and we explain to ourselves what is happening, and boom. Like, a lot of the times that explanation and that completely realization of what is happening, sometimes it's not really what it is happening. Sometimes it's beneath the surface what is really bothering us, or what we are actually evading to face. Or it is so complex because also the person that is tricking you is yourself. So you have very good arguments, and I mean, you are the one convincing yourself based on some beliefs that we have. And these beliefs, a lot of times, are like an automatic response that we have. They're memories that we have from we were little, information that all the time enters to our brain, but we don't filter it. And we just maintain it there. And when the moment happened, our mind immediately grabs that experience or that belief, and that's why we react in a certain way, or that's why we behave in a way that we think is the correct one, or we sometimes we don't even think about it and we just react. And the idea of this is, first of all, do not react. Try to actually be more proactive and see what do you want to happen. Not just react and let the emotions flow and let whatever it happens, it might happen. If you can actually make certain things so your behavior can lead you to certain outcome, to certain result, and preferably that outcome is something that you plan, somewhere that you want to go. And the second point is that and the second thing is that we want to get deep in our own mind, get deep on those beliefs that we have, and detect the ones that are limiting us, the limitant beliefs. That is a topic that is amazing, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to do special videos about it, and probably better editing or something. This is just going to be like this. So that's something that I am really, really, really excited to share. Because for me, it has changed my life. It has really changed how I think, how I react. A lot of times we believe that we only have one chance, and if we can I say bad words here? Well, that we have one chance, and if you don't make it, yeah, you're done. No, but no, not necessarily, not always, especially not even not always, like usually not. And that is a very beautiful thing. Like, you can experiment. Like, I know my background is science, and my bachelor in science, and the master's in science, and the PhD that I'm making is in science. So yeah, I mean, it's logical that I love labs and experiments. And at least when I speak about an experiment, I do immediately think in a lab. But this is beyond that, Yvonne, and beyond. This is experimenting about your life. This is experimenting about, okay, you are with, you need to be with one person that yeah, constantly is difficult, or that it has some negative vibes, or that it's like a toxic environment or something. It can be anything. It can be family, it can be friends, it can be colleagues, in any way. But we can experiment. We can actually see, okay, this time and be very, very, very good in observing what is happening, in actually remembering what is happening, because you can experiment to see, okay, if I react in a certain way, how does this person react? What are their triggers? What are my triggers? Because also sometimes we just start a conversation or start a meeting or something that we want to go to a certain place, and at the time of interacting with other people, it's true that emotions get contagious, or certain attitudes, and then we get defensive or they get defensive, and then the aim or the goal of that meeting itself, sometimes it's even lost. So the idea behind all this is that if you know yourself, if we make exercise every day, and to try to improve every day at least a bit, but to get to know ourselves even a bit more, to know our triggers, to know, okay, this is going to happen, this, I know I react bad to this, but if you detect that, that's the first step, right? But then you are going to actually be able to, okay, next time I detected it and then I corrected it, and then it's not even gonna be there at the beginning. But it's a process. It's like everything. I feel we want to be perfect at the beginning, and yeah, I am a perfectionist. I want everything perfect at the beginning. That's why I also took so much time to actually, yeah, start my YouTube channel, record this first video that my hand is actually getting very, very tired, and I hope it's not trembling a lot, but yeah, please let me know. uh, but yeah, this is about experimenting. It's about giving you tools and giving you experiences that I have passed through so you can learn from that. But not only that, it's actually very, very like very aimed to help us in specific things. I know I have used my own tools, and these are tools that a lot of the times I learned, unfortunately, through my worst moments in life. And yeah, I mean, none of us wants to live those kind of things, but in the other hand is the ones that teaches you the most. And you learn because either you go over them or you fail to do anything. So I think we all want to overcome our problems and to overcome our insecurities and to work constantly on us. And I can promise you that that actually works. Like working on yourself and getting to know yourself is already going to make your life easier and better and at least happier. And I think that is the goal of life, actually. And another thing is that another motivation that I have for this channel is not only that I wanted these techniques to be there when I needed them, but I actually truly believe that if everyone works on themselves, I'm not even saying to change others or persuade others, that comes later. But to get to work with yourself, the world would be better. The world would be better. We could work in our self-esteem. There would not be so many insecurities. And those insecurities are exactly the same one that are the ones that make people be violent or have some attitudes that are very defensive or even aggressive, violent. And when you actually scratch a bit of the surface and try to get deeper on that, that is just people that needs to have better self-esteem. And how do we have better self-esteem? If we work on ourselves. And I really love this topic because I have really learned a lot about myself. But once you start applying these methods and these daily routines and all the things that I want to teach you here, then everything becomes more clearly and more happy and easier. Like you cannot change others per se, but you can change yourself and you can change the attitude that you have towards them, and that will make them change their attitude. Sometimes if you, well, I'm getting very much into a certain topic, but I just to finish it, like if you are talking with someone and they want you to invest and they know how you react normally, that you will react and that you will respond and that you will enter into that circle of toxicity or something bad. When you change your attitude, when you know yourself, when you start letting your triggers to not be triggered as easily, you change your attitude. And that immediately is going to make the other change their attitude, because now they cannot play that ball, that ping pong with you. So even if, as I say, you cannot change others, but actually in a sense you can, because if you change yourself, if you change your behavior, if you get to know yourself better, you can actually start playing with that in a deeper games, like this, the game of life, right? But yeah, I mean, not a game, but I think the main reason to be alive is to be happy, to be healthy. And I have found that I can do that by working on myself. And I want to share that with you. Sometimes it's also very difficult. I find that when you have a problem, you're very much in that bubble, and it's difficult to see other perspectives or to see the same problem that you're facing, but just in a different point of view. So this is also the channel for that, to learn how can we step out of that bubble and start seeing things differently, and understanding a bit more in order to solve whatever problem we're having. And I am talking about problems, financial problems. There are a lot of limiting beliefs about that. Love problems, some discrepancies. I have seen a lot in my clients that, yeah, they have a lot of discrepancies about what they say they want or what they say they're looking for, and then the attitudes that they are having. So, and we all have that, at least at the beginning, and that's why the daily work is so important. But anyway, I don't want this. We can go about that deeper in the following videos, and please let me know if any of these problems resonates with you, or that you would like tools to see how to overcome this type of problems. In what are you looking for, like romance, finance, personal growth, professional. So please let me know what you want me to help with. I will be very, very pleased to use the tools that I have learned to help you. I mean, that's the main aim of this channel. And if you are as curious as I am to see where this is going and how is it going to be this roller coaster of being a YouTuber, that is going to be very interesting. And subscribe, and if you like this video, hit like and share it if you think it can be helpful to other people. Thank you. Bye bye.